What is up? This is the Salamander, and today I've got some more latest Kingdom Hearts news. And this time we got an interview with NOMURA. So I'm just going to be discussing the really important shit of what he said in the interview, and some of it may not really make sense, really, because it is a Japanese translation anyway. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so the first question is, what's the goal for 2.8 to be on PS4? But I wonder what he means by this question. Does he mean on Xbox One, PS3, or it was originally planned because we didn't want to wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 while playing nothing. Because we wanted you to experience the world of Kingdom Hearts 3 as soon as possible, with Kingdom Hearts 3D being the preface of Kingdom Hearts 3, we wanted to include works that use technology from Kingdom Hearts 3, so it being on PS4 was inevitable. Well, to be honest, it didn't really answer my question. Okay, so, I wanted to know, did he even consider Xbox One or anything? But basically what he says is he doesn't want us to wait for nothing. He wants us to have something while we wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. So he's giving us this collection, and but he also says that he will be using technology from Kingdom Hearts 3. So 0.2 and what's that? Kingdom Hearts X Kingdom Hearts X, whatever it's called, is going to be using technology from Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's go to the next question. The current development situation. Nomura said this: at the moment I can't clearly announce how much time is left because it's also developed simultaneously with Kingdom Hearts 3. There are portions that use the same technology. I can't discuss about it at this time. Same as the last part, he can't really discuss it. He's using Kingdom Hearts 3 technology. Let's move on. Additional elements. Nomura has become 3 works that are in HD because Kingdom Hearts 3D had 2 screens. It was remade in a new way that it uses 1 screen. The other two works don't contain that many elements because they're new works that use Kingdom Hearts 3 technology. Alright, the way I hate the way it's translated, but it makes it seem a bit weird the way it's written. But basically, because Kingdom Hearts 3D had 2 screens, obviously being on the 3DS, they had to rework it on for PS4. So obviously we're going to be having 1 screen and they're going to be having to remake certain elements in order to make it work. And he says the same thing about it, the rest of the elements using Kingdom Hearts 3 technology. Alright, now next is about Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep. It contains a story of Aqua traveling in the realm of darkness. It begins immediately after the secret episode of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. We plan to include elements that are part of Kingdom Hearts 3. The volume is a short episode that is about as worth as 1 world from the Kingdom Hearts 3 series. Boom, that's really big news. Now we know exactly what kind of length we should be looking forward to for the 0.2 fragmentary passage. As you know from Kingdom Hearts, 1 world is about let's just say 1 to 3 hours probably, but let's just say this is the equivalent of Ground Zeroes. This is basically the demo. At least we're not getting one little mission. This the way that he is describing it, he said is equivalent to 1 world, and that is, to be honest, more than enough for me to quench my thirst for Kingdom Hearts 3. And he says also that it will begin immediately after the secret episode of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. So the last thing that happened was Aqua meeting Ansem. I believe that was what happened. So we will be getting events right after that. So will Ansem be in any way involved? Alright, let's move on. Basically, it talks about the title of how they come up with the 2.8, especially about a bunch of math, how 3D will resemble 2.6 and 0.2, so they have to add them together. That makes 2.8, shit like that. Nothing really important. Alright, so now they talk about is it possible that Kingdom Hearts 2.9 might be released? Nomura has this to say: the next one is Kingdom Hearts 3. Ha ha ha. Literally, they actually say he laughs, so I'm just gonna reenact it. There is a subtitle in 2.8 that has final chapter because of its prologue implications. Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the final chapter of the Dark Seeker series. With the meaning of 0.1 left, you will understand it in Kingdom Hearts 3. Have no idea what it means by the 0.1 left, so I'm not gonna really talk about that. But I think this is basically a confirmation that we will not see any more Kingdom Hearts after 2.8. Because he says that this will be the last one before Kingdom Hearts 3. So fans, do not be pissed off. Kingdom Hearts 3 will be next after this. There will not be, hopefully, no more 2.9, I believe. Well, unless they want to release on Xbox One and they just call the whole collection 2.9. Okay. Alright, the next question is: that 0.1 is worrisome. With Kingdom Hearts 2.8 being only on the PS4, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 was released on the PS3. Was it difficult? Was the transition difficult? Nomura says, because of the gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 2.0.2 Birth by Sleep, it uses Kingdom Hearts 3 tech, and it will only work on the PS4 since the current development situation has become one for the PS4. Well, just by this situation alone, this shows that they probably are developing it on the PS4, which will also be ported over to Xbox One. So I think PS4 will definitely become the main console. Obviously, that's been the main console for most games these days. It will be difficult to make it for the PS3. In addition, for players who wanted to show the atmosphere of Kingdom Hearts 3, even just a little for Kingdom Hearts 0.2, it's not exactly the same, but incorporates some of the system from Kingdom Hearts 3. Right, so we're probably gonna get a bit of the combat system of Kingdom Hearts 3. It may not be exactly the same, but we will get something that resembles it quite a bit. Alright. Okay, just what I was talking about. For Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep system, will it be different from Birth by Sleep? We're taking into account elements from Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3, so it will become a hybrid. Okay, so the question and answer is right there. It looks like Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay will be mixed together, so it won't. The Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay will be its own style, just for that game, but this 0.2 will have elements from both. But I wonder if Kingdom Hearts 3 will be taking elements from Birth by Sleep as well. And I wonder what kind of elements. Is it like the card-based system where you have those special moves on the side and you have to decide which one you want? Oh, this is something that probably a lot of people are worried about. With the additional leading hand up there, should we worry if it has any effect on the progress of Kingdom Hearts 3? For Kingdom Hearts 3, realize that the numbering seems to affect the quality and the volume, but over time, since it's not produced in a range of influence, there are no problems concerning that. However, I felt that I wanted you to experience something early and that you wouldn't be able to experience soon, even for a little bit, through Kingdom Hearts 0.2 game system experience and how it connects to Kingdom Hearts 3. Alright, so basically saying that the development time for this is not affecting Kingdom Hearts 3 whatsoever. But obviously this is going to be PR, so he's not obviously going to say it's affecting it and shit. But according to Nomura, it's not affecting it at all. Alright, so Nomura now talks about Kingdom Hearts 3D. Kingdom Hearts 3D has been a HD remaster, and I thought it will become a video footage because of its form. Despite the console's correspondent, it has become playable. Alright, so basically, he thought Nomura was probably planning on 3D to become a movie kind of like thing, like 365 days. So we could have potentially gotten 2.8 as a 2 game like videos and 1 playable demo for Kingdom Hearts 3. That's what could have happened. But no, we have 2 playable games and with 1 movie being Kingdom Hearts X. Also, he also comments about how the colors for Kingdom Hearts 3D will be much more vibrant in the remake. Oh, this is something interesting. Are there any additional elements? As far as the story goes, there are no large additional elements because it exceeds the work for HD remastering. But just like the elements of the collection that were in HD, it has trophy support, thankfully, and obviously, and so forth. Because he didn't say that, and so forth. Because Kingdom Hearts 3D has a story that is very complex, and it being before Kingdom Hearts 3, we wanted you to play Kingdom Hearts 3D. So basically, they're saying they're not gonna give it the final mix treatment. They're not gonna give it any additional content. However, they do say they might give it some. So wait, did they say that? They do say that no large additional elements. So probably no actual cutscenes. Maybe we might get like maybe some reports or some shit that give us a bit more information. But I doubt we will get any cutscenes. Maybe some new keyblades. But they do say no large elements. So nothing that will affect the game too much like the other final mix versions did. So playing Kingdom Hearts 3D will show Kingdom Hearts 3. So I will ask about 0.2 Birth by Sleep. Where does it begin in the timeline in regards to the secret episode of Birth by Sleep Final Mix? Nomura says it will begin immediately after the secret episode where she finds Cinderella's Castle of Dreams in the Realm of Darkness. It will start there. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god, I am such a fool. Alright, so now we know exactly where it's going to start. Exactly at Cinderella's Castle of Dreams, basically. God damn. I completely forgot about this. So Cinderella's Castle of Dreams has become an arena. Nomura's response, I guess so, ha 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 ha. Because, however, it being the case of the secret episode, you won't wander the world endlessly in darkness. Alright, so this is basically saying that we're going to be able to explore Cinderella's castle. But why does he laugh when he says it's become an arena? Or, I don't know. I don't really understand this, but maybe it's infested with monsters and some shit. In the secret episode, we saw a fragmentary passage, and that has become the subtitle for Kingdom Hearts 0.2. Man, there's a lot of numbers in this. Although there is a story that exists for this, there are no plans to release it as a package that was shown in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix's final fragmentary passage. However, since it exists as a setting, I had touched a little in the planning the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I thought it would be a good opportunity. However, it's not affecting the progress of Kingdom Hearts 3, and because 0.5 is not a full volume, it will be 0.2 because it is a fragmentary passage was left as a subtitle. Alright, so basically they're saying that they weren't going to release as its own, and because it is just a fragment, it doesn't deserve to be 0.5, and instead it's a 0.2, and it's not affecting the progress of Kingdom Hearts 3 at all. They asked, during this period, how far would it elaborate on? Nomura, I can't say because it would lead to a punchline, hahaha. When introduced, while Sora embarks on a new journey, it talks about the episode where the king was hiding until the present. It will take place in the form of the Kingdom Hearts 0.2, and it is a portion that is closely related to Kingdom Hearts 3. Alright, so are we going to be able to see King Mickey during this fragmentary passage? Because they're talking about while he was hiding, and this could be between when King Mickey was finding the realm of darkness. So this could be like, why was he in the realm of darkness? So this could explore how Mickey and Aqua had an adventure within the realm of darkness. I wonder what King Mickey was doing within there. Now they're talking about how the servants haven't really been acting properly, but I'm not really interested in that because it's not really out in the UK. But they're talking about like a special event that involves the king, apparently. The king who holds the key. They talk about adding about 50 quests each month to Kingdom Hearts X Unchained. I wonder how UK is going to get it. Are we going to get everything day one? The interviewer asks, is Kingdom Hearts X back cover? Does it draw the perspective of the 5 foretellers? There is also the foreteller leader, Master of Masters. Is that really his name? I knew it. I knew that was his name, but that sounded too cheesy. The person, Curious Fee. Who the heck is that? Or is that the little monster? Oh, is that his name? I probably butchered that name. Talks about is this individual being referred to as his master. Ooh, so who's his master? Could it be Zeno? Could it be Yensen? Who could it be? Or could it just be one of the foretellers masters? Well, please giving us a little mystery. So, Chirifi was created. Yes, however, the Master of Masters is regarded differently and isn't what people call normally as a master because it's being referred to as a Master of Masters. It indicates that a person the standing position. The foretellers themselves are Keyblade Masters. The teacher, however, is the Master of Masters. That is what I mean by Master of Masters. Well, take it as you will, folks. There are a lot of mysteries surrounding the foretellers, and their master deepens their mystery even further. In Kingdom Hearts X back cover, there is quite a turn of events for them. By the way, there was black coated person in Kingdom Hearts X. So it's basically talking about the black coated person who I believe is Xehanort to be in X as well. And apparently in back cover there's gonna be a fusion of events. Not really going into detail, not much to decipher. Oh, this is interesting. So the question the interviewer asks, the 5 foretellers were the ones speaking. Kingdom Hearts X and Unchained proceeds in the player's point of view, and there are the foretellers we don't know very much about. In back cover, which had recently shown a little in the trailer, you can draw on the differences on their personality and speculation between each of them. Maybe then we can glimpse the nature that belongs to each of the unions and question why were they thinking about that, and maybe this is where their interests become divided. Haha. Oh my god, yo, I knew it. Do you know those lines that were in the Kingdom Hearts X back cover trailer where the lines were like, are we gonna turn against one another? I do not believe there is a traitor amongst us. One is who will betray us all. I knew that is what each of the individuals were thinking. Each of these factions were thinking. I knew it. Well, according to this guy, according to Nomura, that's what he says. So he's making my theory sound right. Watch my trailer, by the way, my trailer reaction, and I kind of go in depth with this. Apparently, the voice of Chirifi is returning. What's his name? Tamako Kaneda. I've made it sound like Canada. So apparently he will be back to voice Unchained and back cover since he returned from the trailer. They basically talk about how Big Hero 6 is being introduced in Kingdom Hearts 3 and how people were very decisive in choosing it, and it will be in a modern cityscape. And they also confirm how Sora will be and Baymax will be confronting the Dark Baymax, which Shahalas has taken over. Oh, here we go. Mr. Nomura, another work you've been directing is a full remake of Final Fantasy VII. How is that? What is his answer? Nomura, in Famitsu interview 9/20/2015, September 20th, 2015. I don't know why I said it like that. Kitase also answered that in particular, we are continuing to polish the strategy and feel of battles while being faithful. Although it's pretty far for us to show something, we will do a follow-up in winter. Wait until then, in winter? Oh my god, they can actually say something more in winter. Oh, I was right. Maybe it will be in the Disney event. Because the interview asked, in November, D23 Expo Japan 2015, it will be held in Tokyo Disneyland for 3 days, and there is a special Kingdom Hearts event. And so in the winter, there will likely be more news and for the full remake of Final Fantasy VII. No more. In addition to preparing them, we are also running a Dissidia of Final Fantasy arcade version. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and World of Fantasy has been announced to be launched in the next year's schedule. We also want to continue improving Kingdom Hearts X and Kingdom Hearts Unchained X. The good news is that we are getting help from external sources, but even still, I have my hands full in many places. Where I smile. We will still stay committed to please the fans. Alright, so basically we're going to be getting more information in when is it, in November, at Tokyo Disneyland. I hope it's a proper event though. But anyway, that's all from this interview. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please subscribe to the Salamander for the latest in Kingdom Hearts news, and comment about what you think of this interview. Did that make sense? Do you want me to do this again? But anyway, please comment, share. Make sure you share. That helps me out a ton. And like and subscribe. This is the Salamander signing out.